What's up, YouTube? So I got asked my thoughts and takes about Marla Gibbs' acting career and what I thought about her. She was one of the funniest, most distinctive characters ever. Um, Florence Johnston character alone on Jeffersons is like that take with her and George, that whole thing, how she could play the dozens and roll you up. You know, some people might have a problem because a black woman is a maid on a TV show, but she was dignified. She actually had a balance. She wasn't doing no Aunt Jemima slurping and looking lost and down on her luck. She was legit, you know. Um, I like how she took command of that character, you know. Most of the time in Hollywood, they have black maids on these shows. They have them just like bow down like yes masters, and they have them all, you know, white kids and washing their face and brushing it, all the cliche stuff with no character. She was one of the first ones that black or white that I saw character. Cause like Mrs. Garrett, which and the funny thing is this is the thing about black and white. The one to play Mrs. Garrett that was on Different Strokes got that spinoff with Facts of Life. And they didn't do that for Marla Gibbs. They gave her a show which was short lived, but she didn't get the same spinoff. But if you ask me, I like Mrs. Garrett. I like that whole character, of her role, and she was cool. But Marla Gibbs was what was up. Like there could have been, to me, once we get past JJ Jimmy Walker and Arnold Gary Coleman's what you talking about. Once you get past that, Marla Gibbs got to be in that black iconic, like in that role of like characters that were so distinctive. Like she belongs in that type of comedy uh for her role play, for what she was able to do. So I think that she was very distinctive. She had a sharpness and an IQ and tact and just had a timing about it. And she was underappreciated and underappreciated for what she held her own, what she did. She had style about her, wit about her. She was cool. You know, and I like her comedic timing. Now, when we get to 227, that's when Regina King, before Regina King became a household name, and Hal Williams, who was also on Sanford Son, the Black Cop, and you had quite an ensemble. Helen Martin, one of the greatest comics. She was funny, and Jack Hay. Marla Gibbs is the wife. All this showcased her versatility. Fit in right in. So think about this career that was part of two, especially black iconic shows, and one that was hugely crossover with the Jeffersons. But then 227 in hindsight, you know, was big for its time, for because I used to watch that show back in the day. So gotta respect her timing and her versatility and her range. So wanted to take the time to kind of like put that in perspective about uh Marla Gibbs and what she meant as a comedy force and also a personality and just having that genuine vibe about her. So just like for showing some respect, give her flowers, put some respect by Marla Gibbs' name. Great comedy timing, and could have probably been like a one woman show because what everything that Whoopi Goldberg and some of these others got, and she was respectful and funny without being vulgar. She was tactful, you know. I watched how her ad libs, her runs were, and her connections, and it just was good timing. You had to understand the wit and then understand what was there. So much respect to Marla Gibbs, just showing appreciation for her TV career. One of the best TV careers I have ever seen. I could almost put her career up against anybody easily. And that's all due respect to how great Sherman Hemsley was as George Jefferson, Isabel Sanford as Wheezy, and Roxy Roxer as Helen Willis and Tom Willis. The characters, but very much on point. Please hit like, subscribe, welcome thoughts, comments, and I do respond. Thank you. Wash your hands. Keep your mind clear. Watch out for another. Share it if you like and hit that membership. Stay safe, stay blessed, stay woke, stay free. I'm out. Peace.